Air conditioning in UK homes is becoming massively more popular. But why? Here in the UK, we get a couple of warm days every year. Buy a fan from Tesco, crack open a window, complain about the heat for a little bit, and just get on with it. But honestly, that mindset has completely changed.
UK summers are getting hotter.
Is likely to be even hotter.
Modern new homes are being built far more airtight and are designed to keep heat in as efficiently as possible, which is brilliant during winter. But during summer, those same homes can become incredibly warm. Bedrooms stay hot overnight, loft conversions become unbearable, and opening a window just doesn't cut it anymore.
But what's really changed over the last few years is the technology itself. Modern conditioning systems aren't just for cooling anymore, they're highly efficient heat pumps too.
So they cool your home during summer, heat your home during winter, improve airflow, help control humidity, and give you proper year-round temperature control. But what is the price of this comfort? And how much will it cost to run year-round? To find out, we've come to a job in Newcastle, which is a prime example of exactly where UK homes are heading.
We're installing 4 Worcester Bosch Climate 3200i indoor air conditioning units into this property, all connected into one Worcester Bosch Climate 5000 multi-split outdoor condenser, which has enough capacity to efficiently serve all 4 rooms from one single outdoor unit. And that's one of the huge advantages of multi-split systems like this. Okay, so we've got all 4 units here. We'll just open the one for now. The 3200i Worcester Bosch's brand new aircon unit. Straight off the bat, we've got polystyrene both ends for delivery. It does go to this customer's house directly, so it keeps it nice and safe. In the back, we have got a plethora, a massive thick section of manuals. I'm sure we'll get someone to read them. I won't be doing that bit. Then you've got your remote control and a mounting plate for it as well. The controller is great, acts as a thermostat. You've got different modes within. There's gonna be 4 of these, one for each unit. Could be slightly excessive, but you'll have one in each room inside the house and they all correspond and work together. High quality packaging all round. And there we have the unit. I know I should have realised this earlier, but these are very compact, a lot smaller than the old model, which means inside your home, inside an office, or anywhere at all, you're not going to notice them that much. Bosch logo in the middle, that is the lens display there, which will show the temperature, the flap at the bottom, and then the back. Oh, it's just all the mounting brackets. You've got the condensate pipe there, and then you've also got the grills on top. All in all, very nice compact unit. I wouldn't mind myself one either. It is a big unit. Wow. Ergonomics wise, for the installer, you've got a handle on the right, big handle on the left. All your components and connections are down here as well. On the top, you've also got the efficiency ratings. It's got decibels of 55 indoor and 70 outdoor, which if you're installing in a small neighborhood like this, you don't want to annoy your neighbors, you don't want to hear a fan all night long, especially when you're reaping the benefits of a nice cool house and they're still boiling. Instead of having multiple condensers mounted around the outside of the house, everything connects back to this single unit, while still allowing every room to be controlled independently. This means each room can have completely different temperatures and schedules according to how the customer wants. Now, this property already had in-roof solar, which makes its installation even more interesting. This air conditioning system runs on electricity, so the homeowner, when in good sunlight like this, can generate their own electricity, meaning they can cool their home using solar. Let's be honest, this is going to use a lot of electricity. It is a heat pump and it's using 4 indoor units. So any extra benefits like in-roof solar is the way to go. Stick around to the end of the video to see the numbers, how much this actually uses, and if the comfort is worth the price tag.
Before any installation starts, planning is everything on a job like this. Every property is different. Things like pipe routes, loft access, wall construction, and drainage routes are all different. And with multi-room systems, you also have to carefully consider maximum pipe run distances between the indoor units and outdoor condenser to make sure everything operates within manufacturer specifications.
The electricians have now they've ran power from the central fuse board outside of the building and up into the attic. That then runs along the attic to the other side of the building, down the side of the house to where the outdoor unit is going. A lot of people imagine massive ventilation systems when they think about air conditioning, but residential split systems like this are actually very clean and compact. The refrigerant pipework is what transfers heat energy between the indoor units and the outdoor condenser. So during summer, the system removes heat from inside the property and transfers it outside. Then in winter, the whole process reverses, allowing the system to extract heat energy from outdoor air and bring it into the house. Once all the connections are complete, the system gets pressure tested, vacuumed down, commissioned, and fully tested to make sure every indoor unit is operating exactly as it should. Now, one of the reasons Worcester Bosch systems are becoming so popular in the UK is the brand name. Most people already know Worcester Bosch from boilers and heating systems, so there's already a huge amount of trust in the brand. But the Climate range itself also has some really strong features. These Climate 3200i units are quiet, energy efficient, and designed specifically for residential homes. They also include inverter technology, smart control functionality, fast heating and cooling modes. They also have air purification filters, so if you're someone prone to allergies in the summer, this will filter the air in your home. Then, because each room can be independently controlled, you're only heating or cooling the rooms you actually want to use. That has a huge impact on efficiency and running costs. Speaking of costs, we can take an educated guess on what a system like this will cost to run. Let's get into this setup and why it makes sense. So, this customer currently has 10 350 watt solar panels, giving them a 3.5 kilowatt solar array.
Paired with an Alpha ESS inverter and a 12 kilowatt hour battery. They also have an EV, and they're on intelligent Octopus Go, which gives them a very cheap overnight electricity rate of 6.9 pence per kilowatt hour. Last year, their total electricity usage was around 7,500 kilowatt hours.
Now they're adding a Worcester Bosch Climate 5000 multi-split air conditioning system with 4 indoor Climate 3200i units. Naturally, the main question is how much extra electricity this is likely to use, what impact will it have on the bill, and whether the existing 3.6 kilowatt inverter can actually support it. The good news is, yes, it absolutely can run. The important thing to understand is that the 3.6 kilowatt Alpha ESS inverter only limits how much power can come from the battery and solar system at one time. It does not limit the total power the house can use. So if the air conditioning system needs more power than the inverter can supply, the extra electricity simply comes from the grid automatically. In reality, these Worcester Bosch systems are heat pumps, so although they produce a lot of heating or cooling output, the actual electrical consumption is much lower than people expect.
The Worcester Bosch Climate 5000 multi-split range has a SEER, that's the Season Energy Efficiency Ratio, of 6.1 for cooling and an SCOP, Seasonal Coefficient of Performance, of 3.8 for heating. That means, under seasonal test conditions, for every 1 kilowatt of electricity used, the system can deliver around 6.1 kilowatts of cooling, or around 3.8 kilowatts of heating.
It is not like running a normal electric heater, where 1 kilowatt of electricity only gives 1 kilowatt of heat.
So during summer, a realistic estimate is that the air conditioning unit would add somewhere between around 300 and 700 kilowatt hours across the year under typical usage.
Because much of that cooling will happen during solar producing hours, the actual cost increase is likely to be fairly modest.
Realistically, the customer might see somewhere around £30 to £120 extra per year for summer cooling. This works out at roughly 8 pence to 33 pence per day averaged across the year.
Winter is where electricity usage increases more noticeably if the system is used for heating.
For winter heating, a realistic estimate would be somewhere around 800 to 1,500 additional kilowatt hours per year, depending on how heavily the heating is used.
And how warm the customer likes to keep the property. Again though, the cheap overnight Octopus tariff and the battery system make a huge difference here.
The customer can charge the battery overnight at 6.9 pence per kilowatt hour and then use that stored electricity throughout the day to offset the heating costs.
Because of that, realistic winter heating costs are likely to land somewhere around £120 to £400 per year, which works out at approximately 33 pence to £1.10 per day averaged across the year. Overall, if the customer uses the system for cooling in summer and heating in winter, a realistic expectation would be
an increase in annual electricity usage from around 7,500 kilowatt hours to approximately 8,600 to 9,700 kilowatt hours per year. And in terms of total additional running costs, that would likely mean somewhere around £150 to £500 extra per year overall, which averages out to approximately 41 pence to £1.37 a day.
And importantly, if the air conditioning system replaces some gas heating during winter, then although electricity usage goes up, the customer's total overall energy costs may not increase by very much at all. And in some case, could actually reduce. You wouldn't need to use the boiler at all. Obviously, these running costs vary depending on usage, room sizes, insulation levels, and electricity tariffs. But compared to older electric heating systems, modern air conditioning can often be surprisingly cost effective. Just keep in mind that they will increase your electric spend if you don't have a properly sized solar system in place. That's why more homeowners are now seeing air conditioning less as a luxury and more as a long-term investment into comfort, efficiency, and future-proofing their property.
The total installed cost for this full setup comes to £7,702, plus of course the delivery and installation.
For this property, it's a setup that delivers year-round comfort, heating, cooling, better air circulation, improved efficiency, and smart room-by-room control. And not to mention, it works perfectly alongside the home's existing solar installation. Honestly, this is probably the direction more and more UK homes are heading over the next few years. Not just cooling homes anymore, but properly controlling comfort all year round.
Thanks for watching. This has been iHeat.